You've heard the words short cranks, but what does that really mean? Are they like circus clown midget bike cranks? Do they look like toothpicks attached to your chain rings? No. Short cranks are simply any crank that is shorter in length than whatever you have on your bike currently. If you measure from the center of your crank axle out to the center of your pedal axle, it will generally measure from 170 millimeters to 175 millimeters in length. It could be as long as 180 millimeters, or maybe as short as 165 millimeters, but for factory installed cranks, that's it. JCOB was an earlier believer and adopter of the short crank length movement, and we make cranks from 165 millimeters down to 145 millimeters in length. There is no magic math formula for deciding on a crank length. There is no standard of performance that sets the crank length, but there are many years of riding and road racing that have been done on 170 millimeter length cranks. There are also just as many years of riding and racing on track bikes that commonly use 165 millimeter to 145 millimeter cranks. So the shorter lengths have not just dropped in from outer space. They have just found a new home in the triathlon and now the road racing community. The shorter length cranks generally open up your upper body angle, allowing for better breathing. They more easily mimic your running stride to help your run, and if you might be getting a little older or a little overweight, they give much better clearance and range of motion. Many of the newer bikes are coming with compact or mid-compact gearing. There's reasoning for that, and we offer that with our carbon and alloy cranks. However, we will be glad to discuss the gearing with you and help you choose the right setup. I have developed a crank length guide based on your available watts and your seat height. These suggestions are not carved in stone, but should give you a good idea of where to start. We have found that using the correct size chain rings is very important as you go shorter on the crank arm length.